Hello, everyone. Doing another research review here today. So this is an article that was recently published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition. And this was a really nice training study that looked at kind of the long-term effects of adding fish oil supplementation to a resistance training program, and then looking at how it influenced changes in body composition and then strength following that 10-week training period. So this study utilized a randomized placebo-controlled design in which two different groups were included in this study, and then one group received placebo, whereas the other group received fish oil supplementation over a 10-week period. And then both groups participated in a 10-week resistance training program that included 3 days a week of strength training. And then each day was kind of a full body workout. So they did about seven exercises every session, kind of using a pretty standard strength training protocol. They did recruit initially, I think, 28 male and female participants. However, 7 of them ultimately withdrew and didn't complete post-testing, which may be an issue with some of the findings that we'll get into later on. And so what they found here after the 10 weeks of supplementation is that the fish oil group did experience a significant improvement in their omega-3 index, which is a pretty commonly used kind of lab marker to quantify essential fatty acid concentration within the blood. So again, this just kind of indicates that the supplementation protocol was effective in increasing that omega-3 index among participants in that group. Both groups experienced significant improvements in most body composition parameters, so lean body mass, body fat percent, et cetera. However, no significant between group differences following that 10-week training program. The group receiving the fish oil supplementation did experience a greater improvement in 1RM bench press strength, in addition to relative strength for lower body back squat. So when they normalized or kind of divided their back squat 1RM by body weight, then they kind of saw a significant difference between group for that particular measure. So some of the things that I liked about this study, one of them being the full body resistance training protocol that they use, I think is a pretty straightforward, easy to follow program for, a lot of more newer people to strength training, or people who may be new to strength training. Very reasonable, not too demanding, yet obviously effective in promoting improvements in strength and body composition. So if we even just kind of jump down to one of the tables that kind of highlights some of the changes in main study outcomes, you can see with squat and bench across both groups, they saw pretty good improvements in strength. And then, putting on a couple of kilos of lean body mass after that 10-week training program. So again, what we can infer from that is that the training program was effective in eliciting some of these training adaptations that you would expect following kind of a properly designed strength training program. So that's a big plus. One of the other things I really liked about this was the fish oil supplementation protocol. Sometimes with supplementation studies or strategies, sometimes they underdose participants, whereas in this one, they found that, they were aiming for at least 3 grams a day for fish oil in terms of total amount that they were receiving. So they actually gave them about 4.5 grams per day using a Nordic Naturals product, which is actually what I take. So again, this kind of reaffirms the doses that I use as an effective way to improve omega-3 index, because if we see here in this figure, you can see from pre to post testing, there was a significant improvement in that omega-3 index with them taking 4 grams a day of that omega-3 or that Nordic Natural product. So again, resistance training program checks out, omega-3 supplementation strategy seems to check out. Again, they did see some differences between group with the upper body strength and then also the normalized back squat 1RM, whereas no between group differences in body composition parameters. So it's unknown if those 7 participants would have stayed in the study, if we would have seen significant between group differences emerge. Again, it's hard to tell. This is just one of the risks of doing training studies, as you commonly see attrition. It's completely normal to lose people throughout a 10-week training program. So again, interesting study, really well well executed, I would say properly designed. They use kind of gold standard methodologies in terms of using the DEXA to assess changes in body composition. So this is a nice paper, and I definitely recommend people to check it out in full if you're interested in this. Also, I would kind of recommend fish oil supplementation for a lot of people. It has a variety of performance and health benefits. And then again, this Nordic Naturals product is one that I like, I personally take. And then again, 4 grams a day looks to be an effective way to increase omega-3 index. So check it out if you're interested. Thanks for listening.